Stop coding JavaScript blind. TypeScript is the static type checker that scales with your project, catching bugs before they even run. In the next 10 minutes, we'll blast through fundamentals to expert-level type trickery. Let's go. TypeScript's core job is transpilation. It takes your .ts files and compiles them into clean JavaScript for the browser. The tsconfig.json file controls this entire process. It's your project's configuration brain. TypeScript uses static typing, which means types are checked before runtime. Critically, it uses structural typing, or duck typing. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck, regardless of its name. Remember, types are compile time only. They are erased at runtime. In the end, it's just JavaScript. The primitives are what you know: string, number, boolean, plus null and undefined. Define a list with array t or the shorthand. A tuple is a fixed-length array where the type of each element is known. Type annotations are explicit types you add to variables and functions. Escape the type system with the dangerous any, or use the safer unknown, which forces you to check the type before using it. Functions that don't return anything are void. Functions that never return, like those that always throw an error, are the never type. Interfaces are the preferred way to define the shape of objects, especially for extendable public APIs. Type aliases are better for complex compositions like unions, intersections, and mapping primitives. Use enums for a set of named constants that generate code at runtime. Use literal types for ultra-strict string or number values. Mark properties as optional with a question mark and as read-only to prevent modification. Function overloads allow you to define multiple function signatures for a single implementation. TypeScript supports classes, inheritance, and access modifiers like public, private, and protected. Decorators are an experimental feature for adding metadata to classes, methods, and properties, used heavily in frameworks like Angular. You've mastered the fundamentals, but the real magic of TypeScript lies in type manipulation. Next, we'll dive into the tricky techniques that make you a type wizard. Combine types with union types for this or that. Combine types with intersection types for this and that. The resulting object must have all properties. Generics are type variables that allow you to write components that are both reusable and type safe. Use generic constraints with extends to limit the types that can be passed to a generic. Type narrowing is where the compiler analyzes your runtime checks to refine a type within a block. Create a user-defined type guard to tell TypeScript exactly how to narrow a type. Use discriminated unions by adding a common, literal property to a union to make narrowing effortless. Enable strict null checks for maximum safety. Use the non-null assertion operator sparingly to tell the compiler, "Trust me." For JavaScript libraries without types, use ambient declarations with the declare keyword. Provide full type information using type definition files, .d.ts. Manage complexity with module systems and configure path aliases in tsconfig.json for cleaner imports. Advanced type operators start with keyof, which returns a union of all property keys. Use indexed access types or lookup types to grab the type of a specific property. TypeScript provides amazing built-in utility types to transform existing types easily. Map types are the core of type transformation. They let you iterate over every key in a type and change its shape. Key remapping lets you transform the name of a key during a map type loop using the as keyword. That's it. Everything you need to go from zero to expert in TypeScript. This video covered over 30 concepts, but true mastery requires practice. Now, get ready. The full TypeScript Masterclass is on the way. We're loading it up with the latest expert techniques and real-world project builds. This isn't just theory, it's total professional readiness. If you found this tutorial helpful, please smash that like button, share it with your fellow learners, and subscribe so you don't miss the full course launch. And before you go, drop a comment below and tell me which TypeScript feature, like a utility type or a map type, are you most excited to use. Happy coding!